Everyone is aware of how much Sigma INFJs value keeping their private lives private. They seldom overshare, and they don't talk much. However, is there anyone aware of the origin of this mindset? Here are 10 explanations for a Sigma INFJ's intense privacy. 10th point, they're frequently misinterpreted. Sigma INFJs have a strong urge to voice their opposing views on touchy subjects. They are not doing this to gain notoriety or attention. Rather, they do so to defend people who lack a voice and to draw attention to significant concerns. That way, when they spoke, others could misinterpret them right away. One can criticize Sigma INFJs for their widely held disapproved beliefs and nuanced concepts on any subject. Therefore, they believe that in order to prevent needless tension in their social connections, it is essential to keep their personal life secret. People are frequently robbed wrongly by their propensity to speak their opinions, resist social hierarchy, and enforce inflexible boundaries. Likewise, they come seen as haughty due to their reclusive and antisocial demeanor. Sigma INFJs just can't handle the stress that social judgment puts into their lives. They don't fear rejection and criticism. 9. They have no desire to be the center of attention. It is improbable for Sigma INFJs to continuously inform loved ones or peers about their achievements. They are not the kind who learns everything and makes every move in front of others. Rather, they would rather grow up and put in a lot of work in secret. They therefore don't want to stay on stage for too long after receiving praise from the public for their performance and accomplishments. They quickly shift the focus of the public to the achievements of someone else and go back to their regular ways. People would be taken aback by the surprising success of the Sigma INFJ for this reason. It's not abrupt at all, though. Because they don't want the limelight, Sigma INFJs are similar to those who prefer to keep their advancements a secret. Why, in your opinion, as a Sigma INFJ, don't you care if you get enough credit? 8th, people may be taken aback by their intricacy. Both people and Sigma INFJs get tired of people's ambiguity and the intricacy of Sigma INFJs. Thus, it would be best for them to just shut up, go about their business, and concentrate on living. INFJs don't hesitate to question people about their questionable ideas because they don't seem to care what other people think of them or their character. Why, then, would they still choose to remain anonymous? It's a win-win situation where no one is stressed and they get to do their own thing. They do it because they are weary of making other people stressed out. They are criticized for their directness even if they had no intention of upsetting or hurting these people's egos. The Sigma INFJ suppresses their emotions and worries as a result. The confrontations of the Sigma INFJs are always unexpected, and rather than answering them candidly and immediately, people tend to brush them off as impolite. 7th, they no longer care about their social connections. It's unfortunate that some Sigma INFJs have given up on forming any kind of social network since they find it impossible to connect with anyone. The issue is not with Sigma INFJs per such, rather, it is with those who are unwilling to own up to their mistakes or consider alternative viewpoints. These people would prefer to maintain their skewed viewpoint than to be open to the unconventional ideas of Sigma INFJs. They are unable to acknowledge that there are other valid viewpoints in this big, varied world save their own. The issue with the majority of conservatives is that they think their viewpoints are right and everyone else's is wrong. Furthermore, Sigma INFJs often annoy those who have strong, unwavering beliefs since they have a tendency to reintroduce alternative realities and facts. They often disagree with people who are resistant to trying new things. For this reason, they would like to be quiet, keep their opinions to themselves, and allow others to be. In any case, it's not their loss. Does this imply that, as a Sigma INFJ, you won't bother engaging in meaningful dialogue with anyone going forward? 6th, all they seek is a tranquil existence. Sigma INFJs will put their inner tranquility first over all else. They do attend to the needs of those they love, but not to the exclusion of their own happiness. Sigma INFJs don't have to put their own emotional needs last in order to help others. Being constantly available for others at the expense of one's own priorities and being there for others in times of need are signs of inadequate boundaries, which sigma INFJs will not tolerate in themselves. As a result, they keep to themselves and shun pointless obligations in order to focus on themselves rather than get entangled in other people's problems. The hardest thing for sigma INFJs to accept about self-care is really that in order to take better care of themselves, they have to be willing to disappoint the people they love. Fifth, in any case, they are in charge of their own happiness. Why would someone overshare anything? Why do they feel the need to show off so much and let the world see every part of their lives? Sigma INFJs understand that social activity and acceptance alone will not provide emotional fulfillment. Being able to validate oneself is something that is essential to life. Self-sufficient people, Sigma INFJs understand that their personal happiness and well-being are their own responsibility. They realize that contentment is a mental condition. They are therefore responsible for making it themselves. If they don't have a positive outlook on life, then nobody can make them happy. Additionally, they will engage in activities that can create a reservoir of good sensations without seeking permission from others since they are aware of what makes them happy. Is social acceptance less rewarding than self-validation for a Sigma INFJ? Fourth, their ideologies can be extremely hurtful. Since not everything about Sigma INFJs is admirable, it's more easy for them to keep their inner lives very private and to limit others' access to them. Sigma INFJs are aware of how disagreeable and hurtful certain of their ideas can be, particularly to those who are already quite devoted to their customs. Some individuals find the unorthodox viewpoint of Sigma INFJs to be objectionable since they are unable to relate to it. Since they haven't yet experienced those things or seen those visions, they are unable to comprehend what the Sigma INFJ was saying. When a Sigma INFJ becomes upset about societal injustices in their community, they tend to annoy narrow-minded and conceited individuals. Rather than receiving support, they encounter prejudice and hostility. This is due to the fact that not everyone can relate to their varied experiences. Thirdly, they wish to arrange their obligations. The extraordinary talent and knowledge of the Sigma INFJ means they anticipate being involved in a variety of professional commitments. They accept as many duties as they can and are frequently promoted. Their willingness to comply and their extraordinary ability to work without direction never fail to impress others. However, just like everyone else, Sigma INFJs have their limits. They are competent to do all tasks and obligations that have been delegated to them. Just because they've proven they can be good at everything doesn't mean they'll pile on too many obligations. Consequently, Sigma INFJs will put boundaries on acceptable facets of their relationships and keep their commitments to a minimum. As a Sigma INFJ, was it simple for you to reduce your responsibilities? Second, they yet exude confidence. Sigma INFJs sincerely believe that persons who are extremely uneasy about themselves are the only ones who yearn to share their life's greatest moments with the public. The only people who are obsessed with getting attention and acceptance from the public are those who have never experienced internal validation. These people aren't proud of who they are or fully confident in their talents, so they don't need other people to validate their competence on their behalf. On the other side, Sigma INFJs already know what they are capable of and how far they can go with their potential, so they don't need anyone else to confirm their thoughts. They no longer need approval from others since they are so confident and at ease with who they are. Thus, they have always chosen to remain private. First of all, they don't want to get distracted by unimportant things. The primary motivation for Sigma INFJs to prioritize seclusion above sharing their intimate moments is their desire to avoid worrying about unimportant details. This includes their family's approval, the opinions of their peers, and the opinions of their boss. They want to go about their business and disregard what other people may think. Actually, all they want to do is savor the now. Spending an excessive amount of time pondering about the past and future is the last thing that Sigma INFJs would do. Even though their MBTI personality type is the most ambitious, they are aware that everything has its own time. They are the kind of people that will strive tirelessly to achieve their goals. However, they won't think twice to focus, let go of needless tension, and quiet their minds when it comes to taking some time to themselves and losing themselves in their inner wilderness. Is this how, as a Sigma INFJ, you live a life devoid of everyday chaos? There's a reason why Sigma INFJs are called the most enigmatic personality types. This alone teaches everyone that they don't have to share all they do with the world in order to be prosperous, inspirational, and fulfilled. Does sharing too much really make you uncomfortable as a Sigma INFJ? What is your opinion of those that talk a lot about themselves?